Let's see what's going on with the new Pokemon designs that were revealed. So we have Armarouge and Ceruledge, as well as Klawf, and that's it. As for the new engine-looking Pokemon thing, well, we have the Starmobiles, and we're going to be talking about, like, the story and the villains and the gym challenge and all the other things in another video. So, notification bell on, like, comment, subscribe, comment your thoughts down below. Actually, it's really mixed. Like, half the people hate Gen 9 Pokemon designs, and the other half get super offended at anyone that doesn't like them. So, we are just at peak internet right now. But yeah, it says, once you overcome the waves of Team Star grunts, well, I know what gameplay feature I'm not interacting with in the optional story Pokemon open world game. Like, one of the worst things about really any Pokemon game, but I feel it was the worst in Pokemon Sun and Moon, is when you hit a gauntlet. Actually, it was pretty bad in Pokemon Sword and Shield as well, when you were going up the battle tower. When you hit the gauntlet of just non-stop people you can one-shot, and it's so bad that, like, the battle animations and the time in between the battles takes longer than the battle themselves. It seems that during your Pokemon battles with these bosses, the Starmobile itself gets in the way. So you have to take down the boss by defeating their Pokemon and the Starmobiles. So shenanigans are going down, and also there's going to be different crews, which I guess goes with the flags, because we see like red flags for fire, and now the S symbol that's been there since the first trailer back in February makes sense for Team Star. Did anyone actually say Team Star? It was obvious. It was right there in front of us the entire time. How funny. But let's get into the Pokemon designs, because we actually have details about these ones. Fire Psychic. So the Fire Psychic, Fire Warrior, just nonsense looking Pokemon, and I think the comments have said it best, if I can do the right one. Looks like Roblox and Tim had a child. And I want to feature comments, and I think for better or worse, I am the most interactive PokeTuber, but I want to add the statement, it's Roblox and Tim had a child, while Monster Hunter watched. That is really Gen 9, and I hate it. Because Pokemon is Pokemon, and when Pokemon tries to leave and fan service for other kinds of Pokemon designs, that's when we get abominations like Pokemon Legends Arceus, most of Generation 8, and pretty much all of Generation 5. It's not good. So you'll be able to encounter the red Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet. Who would have guessed? So, Thick Boy, Flash Fire ability, Fire Psychic, nothing about evolutions or pre-evolutions. This is just the thing. Oh boy, it gets an exclusive move. So, armor. Its armor is the source of its psychic power, so it has enchanted armor. Set of armor belong to a distinguished warrior. Source of energy for psychic type moves. Can also use psychic capabilities of the armor to control fire energy. Lives by the principles of a fair fight. I don't even care about the lore of this Pokemon. It's too awful. Armor Cannon is a fire-type special move. Alright. Psychic Pokemon making... Ooh, wow. So, Psychic Fire dual stab special with a fire-type move. So, I mean, you go Armor Cannon, Psyshock, Shenanigans. Both Pauldrons, arms together, shoot its own blazing projectiles. This one is one of the more powerful moves that Armarouge can... Or Armarouge, whatever, can learn, but it lowers defense and special defense in exchange for that power. 120 base power fire type move. It's really going to come down to speed, and yeah, it's actually just pretty much speed. Looks kind of agile, but maybe you scarf it, maybe you fire terrestrialize it, and then if you get touched by anything, you're dead. But you one-shot everything that doesn't outspeed you or doesn't find a way into your soul. Okay, what do we got for Ceruledge? Like, the thing is, once again, the design is cool, but it's not Pokemon. I've never been a fan of, like, humanoid Pokemon to begin with, but this is so out of place, and it's trying to... It's just one of those over-designed force things that I feel is a very bad spot for Pokemon design. So Fire Ghost, according to the leak, Chandelure isn't in the game, so we have our replacement. Flash Fire, these Pokemon are very similar. Let's see. Willing to do anything to win. Oh, man. So we have, you know, a dichotomy of these Pokemon. Prefers close quarters combat, isn't above using tactics such as sneak attacks and surprise attacks to win a battle, uses quick movements, capitalize on its opponent's blind spots, close the distance. I'm wondering if the other one's going to be like tankier, and this one's going to be just like complete speedy Pokemon. Physical, maybe? Bitter Blade is a fire-type physical move that gathers the lingering regrets of the fallen into Ceruledge's swords, allowing it to focus that bitterness into a slashing attack. Swords then absorb life energy, and the user's hit points is restored by half. This thing is going to be broken! Oh my goodness! So we got a Ghost-type Leech Life on a sweeper physical Pokemon that seems to be pretty fast. And since it's a Ghost type, and it's kind of like hinted here where it's like, oh yeah, it's going to, you know, do sneak attacks. So Shadow Sneak, Bitter Blade, coverage, like, I was about to say Swords Dance, but I think this Pokemon's going to be like Giga Frail. Is this, you slap it on, you go Focus Sash, Swords Dance. Bitter Blade is kind of weird because like you getting knocked down super low, but it's mostly for the Swords Dance. Then you one-shot everything on Bitter Blade potentially, and you also just have the Shadow Sneak in. Does it want to get any kind of setup? I don't know. Does have fire, so like Focus Sash Flare Blitz isn't really a thing, but like a combo between Bitter Blade, Flare Blitz could be interesting. A lot of options. If this thing doesn't have like 60 defense, 60 special defense, you could probably go like max hit points, max speed, adamant, or maybe it's not timid nature, jolly nature, depending on like where its speed tier lands. Then you go Citrus Berry, Swords Dance, take a hit, Bitter Blade, back up, Flare Blitz, Bitter Blade, Flare Blitz, Bitter Blade, Flare Blitz, Bitter Blade. That's 6 Pokemon, you win the game. So yeah, see, this is just like weird. Also, not even like now so this is Tim mixed with Roblox while Monster Hunter watched, but then Xenoblade found its way in anyways. Or some kind of like JRPG. Genshin Impact. There we go. We got a Genshin Pokemon. And then Klawf. I hate Crabominable, but that's just awful. And again, once like people are going to compare things like, oh, but you like Krabby and Kanto, no one had problems with Krabby. That's because Krabby is a simple design that feels like something that would exist in the Pokemon world as a mirror to a real animal. This is just an abomination, which is, again, a downfall of Pokemon design for Generation 5, and while Generation 5 is awful, because they just do the Generation 1 Pokemon, but worse, because it's not made to be Pokemon, so it just it's so careless, like Pokemon Legends. This is awful. Pure Rock type. At least it's not Rock Ground. That would be just, why make the worst Pokemon ever? The interesting thing is that it almost seems like Steel-like because of Pharaoh. Kind of like it just kind of soaks up some iron bits to it. Similar to like what we saw with Alolan Golem. See, I can remember names. Anger Shell. Oh no, we get to see a new thing. Alright, the ability Anger Shell. Klawf's Anger Shell ability. First appearance Pokemon series. When its hit points drops to half or less, Pokemon gets angry. Lowers defense and special defense, but boosts attack and special attack. Also, it's kind of neat that we have like these little icons for the Pokemon coming in. So level 15, find it early. You could probably cross-reference this with the map pretty easily to find out where it is. Yeah, level 15, really early. Ooh, this could be its own video. I saw someone say they're worried because, well, also because Salamence is tiny, and that I wanted to kind of put that in another video because Salamence is actually scaled properly, but that makes things even weirder because it feels like the anime has been lying to us our entire lives. So we got some fun stuff going on, but also because the gym leaders don't have levels. And we've seen this happen before. We've seen information deliberately scrubbed in the trailers. Now that's weird to me, because they said like, hey, you can just take on the strongest challenge gym as early as you want. But now we're not seeing like levels. So, I mean, this could also just be to kind of obscure some of like the locations and how that's going to scale. and maybe some other Pokemon details, but I don't think it means anything for Pokemon scaling. And then, yeah, so a lot of weird stuff to break down, but that's kind of a new idea for the video. This, I don't know, because, like, it's like Shell Smash without the speed, but it's baked in. Oh wow, I care so little for this Pokemon that I didn't even finish reading the sentence. It actually is half a Shell Smash baked into an ability because it gets speed. But it's just a raise. It doesn't go up sharply, it doesn't go up drastically. So it really seems like the point of this Pokemon is to Shell Smash. That you take a hit, hopefully it drops you below 50%, because I don't see this Pokemon being fast, and then you Shell Smash, and then now you're at +3. So instead of having double the stats like you would from a Shell Smash, you're at 2.5 times. It's really going to come down to base stats. I wonder if that gets in the way. What if this thing has 80 hit points, 140 defense, and actually takes a physical hit to like 60%, so only takes 40% of its health. Anger Shell doesn't activate. It's still Shell Smashing, but that doesn't have the damage and gets KO'd. Maybe it has like 70 attacks. That's not a lot. I think like Crustle is a comparable Pokemon. Maybe this thing's faster, maybe it's slower, but since it's getting the extra speed, maybe it's like just better Crustle. I don't know. Just +1 though. And much like we saw with Drampa, that kind of playstyle didn't take off, even though you could go like below half Citrus Berry, get hit again, below half, double up on the stats on Berserk. So yeah, and then spinning eyes that leave no blind spots. That's just ugly and makes no sense. Stop it. Why? Oh god, it's, I can't look at it. And there we go, so that's where we are for the Pokemon. We've got just like 2 competitive nonsense Pokemon added in, but I guess there's some of these in every generation. Sock and Throw are awful. These guys are just like, try hard, not really Pokemon things. You know what this reminds me of? The Crystal Kunoichi from Realm of the Mad God. Yeah, that's all I've got. Oh yeah, so we still have a lot of other things to break down, such as talking about this gameplay for all the new fun stuff going in Titan Pokemon, and then trying to make sense of the other things from trailers. So we got a couple days worth of content. Cool. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.